Alright guys, so it's currently Monday, July 22nd, 2024, and I set a limit order on NAS100, but it never got filled. So on the charts it said I would have been entered on the trade, but on my broker it like barely touched it. So as you can see, it's right here. We didn't end up getting entered, but I started the video just in case we do end up getting filled for the entry. Price seems like it's moving up now. Oh, sorry. I got entered. Question is, do we just get stopped out? That is some pretty big displacement. We broke above this fair value gap, which is not ideal at all. I would like for price to break lower, but yeah, this isn't good. We got displacement here, breaking structure, and a continuation to the upside. If we could break below this fair value gap, that would be great. Like, I don't see a reason for price to continue higher because we just swept the previous highs, and I'd like for price to retrace a little bit more before continuing higher. There's also a fair value gap down here, which is what I'm looking for price to draw to as well. But yeah guys, I gotta get going here soon. I'm gonna end the video here. I start work at 8:45, so I should probably get ready. I'll catch you guys once this trade plays out. I don't like how this fair value gap is supporting. I'm praying it just breaks lower. So yeah, I mean, peace. Alright guys, so it's currently 5:39 p.m. July 22nd, 2024, and after a long 8-trade losing streak, we finally came out with a winner. As you can see here, I'll show you guys my account. It was $186.20 USD. So the whole reasoning behind this trade was basically, let's move to the 4-hour. There's a fair value gap on the 4-hour. When price retraced into this area, price started rejecting it. So this fair value gap was holding. And also we did sweep these highs over here, the previous highs. So moving on to the 1-hour time frame, I marked out the high and the low of the 9 a.m. candle, and that's what I use for my range. After that, I moved to the 1-minute time frame, and that's when I decided to take my trade. So usually with this strategy, I would have needed price to sweep the high or the low of the 9 a.m. candle first, but because we did sweep liquidity on the 1-hour time frame, I decided that that was the sweep and price would continue lower. So eventually we got a break of structure and displacement. That's when I decided to set a limit order and take an entry right over here on the bottom of this fair value gap right here. And yes, as you can see, price retraced all the way down before retracing back up. And honestly, at a certain point over here, I thought price might have actually stopped me out because this is a swing high and then we displaced higher, right? This fair value gap was not holding and we just made fair value gaps continued higher and higher. So that was definitely an iffy part. I was hoping that this fair value gap up here would hold, which it didn't, but there was also a order block up here that eventually did hold. And yeah, so we got entered right around here and price continued lower. And eventually we hit take profit. So that was pretty cool. I'll see what tonight has in store for us in the London session. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Alright guys, so it's currently 7:38 a.m. July 23rd, 2024. And I did set a limit order at the bottom of this fair value gap over here, but price never ended up coming back. I'm going to set a timer for 8 a.m., which is 11 o'clock a.m. New York time. Damn, price is moving out without me. The reason why I took this trade was initially I wanted price to go lower, sweep these swing lows, and then continue higher, but we ended up sweeping the high first. But this trade was basically framed off the 1 minute. I was looking for price to sweep the bottom and then continue higher to sweep the top. So the top was the draw on liquidity. Unfortunately, we never got filled. I will set an alert once price hits one of the targets. I'll show you guys the limit order. That's right here. My phone's kind of dirty, so I don't know how clear it is, but there's the limit order placed. This is on the 10K FTMO demo account, the free trial account. We just gotta wait and see what the market does. But here we swept liquidity, got a swing low, displacement, and then a retracement up into the fair value gap is the ideal entry, and hopefully we can get that. We only got 19 minutes left before I gotta close this limit order, but in the meantime I think I'm gonna go to the gym and quickly do a workout, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'd still choose this as the entry any day. I think it's a pretty good entry if price does come back up here. Patience is a virtue, so I mean, I've had price, even yesterday, price went all the way like down here and then retraced to the entry, then continued lower. I mean, if I just like panicked into entering a trade, then the risk to reward wouldn't have been as great. My profit wouldn't have been as great. So yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we never actually got filled into the trade. I wanted my entry to be at the bottom of this fair value gap, but we never ended up reaching there. And when I did set the alerts at the bottom over here, that alert got triggered. And once it did, that's when I decided to cancel my limit order. And that was definitely a good call, because personally, I don't like having the sweep and then making it all the way here without getting in the trade. Once this happens, I'm basically out. Like, I'm not even going to trade it. But as you can see here, thank God I put the alert, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have actually canceled the limit order and this would have led straight to a loss. So I'm definitely going to have to implement the alerts more. They were definitely, as you can see, a money saver. So yeah, I mean, not too much to say about this trade. It didn't play out. Let's just move on to the next one. All right, guys, so it's currently 3:10 a.m. New York time. We're trading the London Silver Bullet session. And as you can see here, I'm currently entered on a trade. The whole trade idea was that I drew the high and low of the 9 a.m. candle. Price swept liquidity, broke structure, and now we're continuing higher. I entered on this fair value gap down here. This is a 4.7 risk to reward ratio, which is pretty good. So once we hit about, let's say 2.5R, that's when we'll set our stop loss to break even. Now we just gotta wait for price to play out, and once it does, I'll get back to you guys. I'm not liking this drop right here. I don't like how this fair value gap is holding. This is on the 5 minute as well. But you know what? I'm enjoying the process. Let's just see how this trade plays out. I'm liking this price action. Come on. I'm pretty sure it has the juice to push up. We could do a 1.95 lot close, which is half the position. So we currently hit the order block. That was a pretty strong move down. I'm not liking it too much. I do not want to see displacement lower below this. Alright, so I'm gonna close a partial. So I only have 2 lots now. So I took a $56 profit. I'm gonna move the stop loss to $1.95 in profit. So this is a risk-free trade now. Our TP is 111. So as you can see here, the stop loss was moved to break even, and then our TP is $111. We actually might get stopped out, guys. Oh, okay, so we just got stopped out. That was so quick. So we ended this trade with a $57.81 profit, as you can see here. Honestly, I really like the execution. That was I'd say a pretty good trade. Yeah, I mean, that'll be all for now. I'll catch you guys in the morning session. Alright guys, so it's currently Friday, July 26, 2024. And I didn't end up taking any more trades for the rest of the week. I did see a few potential setups that were forming, but it didn't end up becoming anything, so I never took the trade. Like, I'd be waiting for a little swing high or a swing low to form and a break of structure, but it never happened. Price just continued on without me. There were definitely some times where I could have taken a trade in hindsight, but like, I didn't like what I was seeing at the time, so I didn't end up taking anything. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. It's a pretty short video. Didn't trade too much. Something I learned from this week is definitely setting a TP. I like a swing high or swing low, taking partials, and then leaving the rest for whenever, right? And also moving my stop loss to break even, so it becomes a risk-free trade. It definitely helps a lot with the mental. Yeah, I mean, overall, I could see it leading to long-term success. So I'm gonna definitely implement that more in my future trades. And one last thing, guys, I did create a new Discord server. It's still a work in progress, but I'm looking to create a community of new traders. If profitable traders would like to join to help, hopefully speed up the progress, that'd be great. So the link is in the description. Feel free to join, guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and peace.